Everybody, Circon here with another Q&A. Today I'm going to answer I think 5 questions or so. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comment section of this video, so I can answer them in the next Q&A video. I usually release these on Tuesday, but I was a little bit busy this week, so it's up on Thursday now. But next one should probably be on Tuesday again, or maybe Thursday. Who knows? Probably one of those days. The other days are for World Things videos, pretty much. Anyway, John Triplet asks, what tanks do you think are god-awful / unplayable? I just finished the ELC grind, and I found the AMX-38 awful. Almost all tier 1 to tier 4 tanks are pretty unplayable. I mean, there's I like the Panzer II and stuff like that, and Matilda as a god tank, and the Hetzer is pretty good. But, there's so many shit fucking tanks in tier 1 to tier 4, it's unbelievable. And the fact that they get +2 matchmaking is pretty much just a prank, bro. I don't even think tier 3 should see tier 4, to be honest. But higher tiers, it's pretty much all the slow ass shit. So T28s, T95s, E3s. E3 being the most playable out of all of them. But yeah, my gripe is always really slow tanks. Or highly... Well, inaccurate tanks not even that much, like KV2 stuff are kind of fun still. I also think, for example, the Japanese heavy line should have just never been in the game. It's probably one of the worst lines that got added as a whole. Like, if you take the whole tank line, I think it's one of the worst tank lines if ever happened to this game. I think the game would be absolutely better without it. So fuck those tanks. There's a couple of stinkers in the scout lines, but I feel actually the 3075 is bad, but like all the American lights are good. T49 is a bit weird, but you know, it's alright, I guess. The German scouts are pretty good. Like from tier 5 and up, maybe even tier 4. So I think the light tanks are actually a pretty good spot. Yeah, I haven't really played the Chinese ones that much, but those can't be too bad. The Russian ones are good. Although I haven't played the MT25 that much, or at all. Yeah, most of the lower tiers, it's just slow. I hate slow tanks. Like, 40 is about the limit that I want my tanks to go with. somewhere around 40-ish. It's kind of like what I at least expect from a tank to go. Because, you know, I like to play super aggressive. So things like the, face out of T35 is just unplayable. That's why Freak Speed past it. Fuck those tanks. Never playing it. Don't ask. So, yeah, I find those things fucking awful unplayable. Obviously, artillery is awful and unplayable. This is the most boring, brainless fucking gameplay I've ever fucking witnessed in the last 28 years of gaming. I don't know why I chose 28, but it's whatever. So, yeah, most of the slow tanks, most of the low tier tanks, artillery, those are all awful / unplayable for sure. Darkspire says, will you ever bring any World of Warcraft gameplay on this channel? It would be real nice. By the way, Horde or Alliance, how many characters do you have, and what classes are they? I mostly play Alliance, and that's mostly due to the fact that the server I'm on is Alliance heavy, so Horde is kind of dead-ish. I played Argent Dawn, which is an RP server. No, I don't really RP at all. But the benefit of playing on a role-playing server is that all the cities, especially Stormwind, are really well populated, and it looks like a lively city. So the game doesn't feel as dead. Because on the other servers, nobody gives a fuck about the capitals and stuff like that. So I like seeing a live city. I like seeing a lot of people in Stormwind hanging about and looking cool with transmogs and shit like that. So I quite like that. That's actually the main reason I'm on there. Not much else. Before that, I played on an RP PvP server, but that died off. So I had to transfer all my characters. As for characters, I have almost every class at 100. Except Priest, Warlock, Rogue, and Monk. That's mostly because, well, Rogue I might level up. Priests were always really boring, but the new talent system is pretty cool. Same for Locke. I found Locke not to be that great. And Monk, I just don't like Monk. By God. No. Like, Monk is... I don't know. I really don't like it. That's the only class at the moment I really don't like. It used to be Priest. I used to hate Priest. Boring ass class. But Legion changes are pretty good. And speaking of Legion, when that comes out, I will probably live stream World of Warcraft on Tuesday and Thursday. For at least the start of the week, maybe longer. Kind of depends on the viewership as well. Like, if there's only like 100 people watching, I might as well play something else. And entertain more people kind of thing. Yeah, you will... I don't know if you'll see it on the channel, though, on YouTube. I don't think so, but, like, I don't know, dude. The reason why I'm really interested in Legion is probably really weird, but I'm really looking forward to progressing in the dungeon 5 minutes. There's, like, a... For those who play Diablo, you basically get, like, a Riftstone key thing, and you can play progressively harder dungeons and get better loot. So you can keep up loot-wise with the people that raid, basically. And yeah, that's something I look forward to the most. And maybe if there's enough people playing in the chat, and maybe we can start a guild or something. Like I would love to do some looking for raids or just normal raids with the chat and stuff. I don't think it should be too difficult. The one thing I don't know right now is I really want to play Fire Mage. Like Fire Mage, really fucking dope. But as a mage, you cannot tank or you cannot heal. And you need one of those always for like 5 minutes and raids and stuff. So I might have to roll Warrior, which I still kind of like. Just so I can always, beat the tank at the very least. So we don't lack that. So I have shorter queue times, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Legion actually. The new animations are pretty cool. I hope they update some of the other animations as well for spellcasting, especially hunters. Hunters need way better animations for shooting their bows and stuff like that. It's really weird. Melee got changed a lot. It looks really cool. I have Alliance and Horde on the same server. And I recently changed my Warrior to Alliance. And I'm probably going to change my Mage to Alliance as well, because I'm going to go full Alliance for Legion. Because my Mage is Horde right now on that. Because they have really cool spellcasting animations. So yeah, I don't know if you will see much on YouTube, but on Twitch, most definitely. Certainly around launch, and depending on how cool it is, or ends up being, I might stream it longer on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. So yeah. Mathieu says, have you ever been banned from Riddle Things? If you have, what was it for? I have, well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it counts. I got banned for an hour? I think it was an hour. It might have been a day, but I think it was an hour. It actually happened on stream as the last game of the day. We were playing on an old map, and then American map. I think it was called North America as part of the replay file. I'm not sure. But basically we were playing talks and literally nothing was happening because the entire enemy team was on the other flank. And we were just like, oh fuck, I want to shoot something. So I ended up shooting, I think it was Jedi and maybe Fosh? I'm not sure about the third one. So I shot Jedi like 3 times. And I think I set him on fire or something. Like with HE and everything. And then I got banned for like, I think it was an hour, but maybe it was a day, but I think it was an hour. Basically for just doing team damage against the platoon mate. I think it was Jedi. So yeah, that was the only ban timeout thing I've ever received in the last 3 or 4 years. So not that crazy. Lloyd Pickering says, what's your opinion on reroll accounts? Is it a bad thing that somebody wants to have better W8 now that they have learned the game, or just stat patterns? I really don't care what other people do with their accounts. I do find it hilarious to kill the stat patterns though. Especially if they're like T67s and stuff like that. But the whole stat pattern thing to me is really weird, because if anything, if you're Unicum, you get so much more heat from artillery. It is absolutely bananas. So I don't really understand. There's some clans that look purely at your stats for it, if they're going to invite you or not. But most of the good clans, I think, not that I have a lot of expertise with this, but most of the good clans look at recent W8 more than overall. So for that reason alone, it's also kind of bad. Or useless to do so. Also, you're gonna be spending even more money because you have to rebuy your premium time. You have to rebuy the tanks. You have to rebuy the premium tanks. Is what I mean. So yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like unless you're like 30,000 games in, you can probably just get your stats to blue, maybe even purple, just by playing more and better. Because when I started using XCM, I was blue, but that was around 15k. I probably was green at 10k and maybe even yellow at 5k. Like, I don't really know. And I never really worried about XCM and stuff like that. And then I installed XCM and then it was like, oh, I'm blue. Oh, that's cool. And then it took a while and then it was purple. And now I'm like, almost, I think I'm on my way to 3400 W8. But really, like after 3000 W8, it really doesn't fucking matter. And people should not be worried about stats. And I hope XCM fucking dies in a fire, to be honest. Like, I like all the additions to, like, the garage and stuff, but the XCM stat string being visible publicly during the game is retarded. Even though I use it, because I feel like if everybody's gonna use it, I don't want to be at a disadvantage just for being... I don't know even how to say this. Like, I don't want to be at a disadvantage for being the good guy. Like, fuck it. If all those idiot artillery is gonna use it, I will use it as well, kind of thing. But I'd rather not. I wish World of Tanks would just go modless and allow mods only on the test server, so you can have people make awesome mods and then sell them off or work together with Wargames to implement them in the main game. That's what I would like to see, and I hope that happens in the near future, because it would reduce toxicity in chat. You would have less people complaining about win rates during the game, which is fucking retarded. Yeah, so less salt, less toxic shit in the chat. And people wouldn't be so worried about their stats, hopefully, anymore as well. And nobody could claim that people have OP mods installed or something like that, because nobody has mods. So, yeah, I hope... the whole reroll thing is weird to me, because all you do is get more artillery fire. So I don't really understand. Anyway, next question is from Inside Job. That's the last question of this week. Did you ever think you first started Twitch, you would end up doing it full time as you are now, or at least, in my opinion, one of the top 3 World of Tanks personalities? I had the full intent of making Twitch my full-time job from day one. That's why I took like a year off from school and stuff like that. And basically, I streamed 24/7. If I wasn't sleeping or working, I was streaming for the first year, maybe even 2, before going like full time. But that was always the goal, is to go full time. And I don't need to be the richest guy out there, as long as I can like pay my rent and shit like that. You know. As long as I can live a relatively normal life of like streaming games, that was always kind of the thing. Like, if I suddenly become like a 10k viewer streamer or whatever, like, yeah, that'd be dope. But you know, my goal is, and still is, because we haven't reached it, I would love to be more of a variety streamer, so I could like, which basically means I can stream whatever the fuck I want and still have the same income, basically. But that's really hard to do. Most streamers focus on 1, maybe 2 games, say like CSGO or whatever. So there's a lot of people that stream CSGO and now Overwatch, for example. Unfortunately, World of Tanks community turns out to be very, very strict on what they watch. So I can stream World of Tanks for like 1,500 to 2,000 people every day if I wanted. World of Warships I actually got a surprising amount of viewers for. I got like 600-700 viewers for that. It's like a very similar game. Armed Warfare is in that region as well. It's like 500-600. But as soon as I play like Overwatch, it's like 200 people, and I could stream Overwatch for like a month straight, easily, and still have a good time. But you know, financially, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, I don't have, I don't think you ever have, but I don't have the space to just go out and be like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna stream something else for an entire month. But since I changed my schedule to World of Tanks for 3 days and 2 days of another game, it's really been working out. Not playing World of Tanks 2 days straight is really nice, actually. It makes me way less salty. I think the streams are a lot more fun as of the last like 4 to 6 weeks. I think the streams have been a lot more positive. I think the streams have been a lot better as well. So yeah, I'm fairly happy where the channel is going right now. And YouTube's doing really well. Now uploading like 5 times a week. And the subs is, you know, we're not gaining thousands of subs every day, but we're gaining like 50 to sometimes 100 subs in one day. For a channel like mine, that's actually pretty dope. So, and the YouTube goal is to get 100k subs. And Twitch goal is 1,000 viewers for every game. So hopefully we'll reach that at some point. But I'm happy with what I'm doing now, and I always had the intent of doing it as a full-time job. So yeah. Hopefully I answered all your questions. If you have any more questions for me, leave them down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. Yeah. Thanks everyone. Peace out.